Hey everyone, welcome back to The Honest Lens. Today, we're exploring a quiet but profound shift in how we experience our own lives, how smartphones are reshaping our memory. No agenda, just honest analysis. We've all felt it, that split second between living through a moment and immediately pulling out a screen to capture it. It seems like progress, but something subtle is changing beneath the surface. Let's examine why this matters, how it works, and what it means for the way we navigate reality. Section 1. The story. Over the past decade, smartphones have transitioned from communication tools into continuous digital diaries. We photograph meals, document sunsets, archive conversations, and log milestones with unprecedented ease. This convenience has fundamentally altered how humans interact with memory itself. We no longer just live through moments, we package them. But what happens when the device becomes our external hard drive? The boundary between lived experience and recorded data begins to dissolve. We start asking ourselves a quiet question: what remains when we outsource recall? Section 2. Root cause. This shift is rooted in a cultural desire for digital permanence. We've been conditioned to believe that if it isn't captured and stored, it never truly happened. The underlying tension lies in our modern anxiety over loss, fading details, or moments slipping away. In response, we built a system of constant documentation. But this creates an emotional trade-off. We gain perfect records at the cost of raw presence. When convenience replaces immersion, memory stops being something we cultivate and starts being something we archive. Section 3. Side A. Those who prioritize cognitive autonomy argue that unrecorded moments are essential for deeper living. When you experience an event without immediately reaching for a lens or note-taking app, your brain processes it through sensory immersion rather than visual documentation. This internal retention fosters resilience, sharper recall over time, and a more intimate connection to your own history. The core concern is that constant digitization transforms lived moments into performative data. We risk becoming spectators in our own lives, watching events unfold on a screen instead of feeling them in real time. Section 4. Side B. Conversely, advocates of digital recall point out that smartphones preserve memories with a fidelity the human brain cannot naturally sustain. Biological memory is fragile. It fades, distorts, and selectively edits itself over time. Devices allow us to capture exact details, revisit lost moments with precision, and share experiences across distances without relying on shifting recollection. For many, this external archive doesn't replace memory, it complements it. It provides a reliable anchor that enhances emotional continuity and reduces the quiet anxiety of forgetting what matters most. Section 5. Honest lens analysis. The tension here isn't really about technology versus biology. It's about how we define personal identity in an age of continuous documentation. Both sides operate on the same hidden assumption, that memory must be either strictly internal or perfectly external. Yet neither fully addresses the reality that retention alone doesn't equal authenticity. When we outsource recall, we shift the cognitive burden from biological preservation to digital curation. This creates a subtle dependency. If devices fail or change formats, the emotional anchor vanishes. We've prioritized permanence over presence, mistaking archival security for lived depth, and confusing the act of recording with the act of remembering. Section 6. Practical lessons and key takeaways. So where do we go from here? The practical takeaway lies in intentional balance rather than rejection or blind adoption. Treat digital archives as supplements to memory, not replacements for engagement. Allow certain moments to remain unrecorded on purpose to strengthen neural encoding and emotional presence. Build habits of periodic reflection instead of constant documentation. Recognize that memory isn't designed to be perfectly preserved. Its natural fading is what gives lived experience its reflective value and makes room for future growth. Memory has always been a collaborative process between biology, environment, and intention. As technology advances, the question is no longer whether we will use our devices to remember, but how consciously we choose to do so. When machines hold our past, what remains of our present? The answer isn't found in resisting convenience, but in reclaiming the deliberate space to simply be here and simply remember. What's one moment you've experienced entirely without capturing it? Share your thoughts below. If this perspective added clarity to your day, consider subscribing.